Dooby-dooby-doo-ba-doo. Dooby-dooby-dooby-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Ah, yes. Let's see what we're up to. Ah, we've got the wrong title on, haven't we? Okay. Let's sort that out. That's better. That's a lot better. This is stream number 6. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's see if we've actually got sound. We have sound. We have a bit rate. Well, a sort of bit rate. Okay. Let's grab a microphone. Hello, microphone. I'm Blades, and this is Diablo 4. Day 6. With a fully competent character. We should put that in brackets, shouldn't we? Oh god, this isn't right. Level 100. Ah, yes. Where's my coffee? So, as usual, I've developed a very average, very balanced character. 42,000 currently. That's just the way I design them. I design them to have equal-ish statistics. What we're really after is nothing to do with these. These don't matter. Not that much anyway. What we're really after is 1,500 vulnerable damage. And we're not doing badly. But we're not brilliant. I mean, if we can break 1,000 today, I'd be happy. But even that's going to be difficult without changing equipment. So, I'm not going to worry about it. What we're going to do instead is we can click on one of them, we can click on one of these, and we can accept. And we can just go and have fun. Today is just a day of fun. We don't need to work on our character too much, which is nice. And we can now, well, relax a little touch, because we have everything needed to complete Tier 3. Really? No harm in it, is there really? Can't say that we're going to be dying or anything. Well, we shouldn't do. As long as we play properly. Tier 3 now should be a bit of a walk in the park. All we have to do is collect the ether and get the reward, which is nice. Which is nice. I think we'll have this one. Hellborn, okay. That sounds like fun. Let's have some Hellborn. damage-wise, we shouldn't do too badly. I mean, we're going to take damage, but can we mitigate it? I mean, that's the trick to this. I think the answer is yeah, we can. Oh, we got frosted. Oh, he disappeared. Despawn. That's interesting. Let's see what we get. Unlimited resources, increased movement speed, and pull foes inwards. Oh, that sounds alright. Not really bothered with what it does. Pulse foes inwards, okay. Sounds a bit weird. We need foes though. So yeah, at this point I've decided I think we've got the damage. Should we be able to continue up to tier 4? That's the big question. And we can test it. We can test it. Ooh, +3. With Lords. Ooh, Lords sound fun. Let's have Lords. Why not? Yeah, Lord's going down faster now. I can remember the day they didn't. Oh, we've got a whirlwind. Wow. That's awesome. And we're feeling confident now that we can attack this kind of stuff and really give it a good belting. Yeah, I think things are down faster now. That's the whole point to this, really, isn't it? Just collect everything up. May as well clean the place up whilst we're here. Ah, well, we got etheric mass +1 ether on elite thingies. +3 on Lord. Ooh. Alright, we'll take that. Why not? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that... Oh, that's a big lord. I mean, the thing that takes the most time now is travelling across the room to the point where we're supposed to be, so... think that's the only thing I've got to be careful of. Movement speed. Yeah, that's a big deal. Wow. I like the lords, they're ace. One tier up, they're going to be slightly more difficult, aren't they? You see, it's not linear. It's, the difficulty factor is a lot higher at the next difficulty level. I'll show you what I mean. You can test it in the pit. Where's the opponent? I do still have to focus fire on them. Which isn't too bad, I guess. I mean, I don't mind Hellborn being a little bit more tricky. It's supposed to be. But as long as we use basic tactics to defeat things, we should be alright. I mean, tier 3 is now comfortable. And that worked okay. The bosses, however, are going to get rather difficult. At this tier, we should still be in the we're okay type region. As long as we don't just kill one boss. We do have to damage them all. As one goes down, it buffs the rest. So having the last one on a lower health pool is more advantageous. Nah, I don't really want that stuff. Let's go with this stuff. We're looking for gems and stuff. And we can have quite a lot of it, so may as well take a lot of it. I like that idea. I don't need money, do I? Scattered prisms. I wonder why it keeps giving us those. That's nice though. Not looking for items yet. Might be in a second or two. That's basically how it's going to go. Allows us to do a bit of masterworking. All complete. You're not complete.
That there is worth the coin.
Ba 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 boom. Ooh, movement speed. That's nice. Thank you. You're not complete.
Not bad.
Okay. Shadow res, that's not good. Never mind. Bit of a waste. And that's tier 1 completed. Yeah. Ooh, nice. So tier 1's now complete. We now need something called Ingolith, which is level 130 plus. Oh. And tier 4 is 120. Oh. Interesting. How good is our character at this point? Well, life went up. Power went up a little bit. Not enough to write home about. And I don't think our vulnerable damage shifted, did it? No, not really. I didn't think it would. So we have a bit of a choice to make. Do we do 5 or 6? 6 will be 140. Wait a minute, no. Tier 4 is 120. So tier 5 is 140. I think. Yeah, tier 5 is 140. Tier 6 is 160. Tier 7 is 180. Ah, this makes sense now. There we go, we get a challenge for that. So it goes up to 2. So there we go, those are the monster levels that we can encounter. That tells us all the information we need to know there. Also the waves increase, that's 7, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Interesting how they're the same. That seems like an intermediate tier 4. We can simulate them. The difficulty. And to do that we can use the pit. Because we now have 181 rune shards, so we've got plenty of rune shards. Okay. We've now got 27 scattered prisms as well. But now we need this stuff, Ingolith. Because we're on tier 2. And that occurs at 130. We know this. How? Because the game tells us that tier 131 is Ingolith. So we have to be able to do this tier comfortably. But there isn't an infernal horde at that tier. And I think that's by design. So at the start of tier 2 you should really do the pit. See how far you can go until you get to tier 140. I think we skip. I think we're skipping this. And we're going for this at 140. So what we need to do is get comfortable in the pit at 141. Or 41, tier 41. So we've done the math. I think this is where we're up to. That's interesting. So you're alternating really between Infernal Horde and the pit. To make sure you're not getting yourself into deep water. Well, you don't have to. You can just get yourself into deep water. It doesn't really matter. But you're more likely to fail doing that and struggle. And that takes the fun out of the game. So we're not going to do that. And we also need to start thinking about changing our gear. As we've completed tier 1. Do we have the money? We do. We only need 20 million. Alrighty. Let's find out if we're good enough. If we're not good enough, we have to change our gear. That's the only other option we have. And that's how the end game works. As we can see, we're not killing stuff straight away. So that's a concern. We're not dying. So that's okay. But you can see that it's taking longer for us to die. And that is a problem. A big problem. Because if we're in Infernal Hordes, as you've already seen, we get overrun very quickly. We can't kill things fast enough. We're not gonna succeed. We're gonna die. This is where the pit is easier. In the pit, you can back off. It's different tactics. Yeah, these are taking way too long. We pick that stuff up. I think we did. So this tells me we're not ready. We are with our health, but not with our offense. I think we do the thing. But I'm guessing that's why there's an intermediate stage as well. Doesn't seem overly useful. So yeah, this is why the difficulty factor isn't linear. The difficulty factor doesn't double. It quadruples. It's an interesting fact of the game design. So every 10 levels, instead of stepping up in a linear fashion, the difficulty doubles. It's designed that way so you can never achieve tier 200. I think most high-end characters would probably get to about tier 140. It's been done on purpose by design. Now I don't know if Infernal Hordes will follow this same kind of rule. Let's see how long it takes to do a boss. This will take ages. Not too bad though. But we do get Ingolith. Alright. It also costs more to do your masterworking. So whereas it was costing 10, it now costs 20. Yeah. So it's costing double the amount. Oh, I've messed up. Why have I messed up? Oh no. Okay, just bear with me 1 second, I've messed up. I'll have to fix that later. So we can now understand the problems that we're going to encounter. Whilst trying to increase our offense. Our defense is okay. It's now going to be a little bit of a race on offense. One of the things we can do is like this dagger. That dagger's actually pretty good. Only 30%. We're at 42. Again, it's got life on it. We really need the vulnerable damage.
I've been starting from nothing.
The finest cuts. Much thanks, friend. Follow the
So
stars.
that's what we'll be looking for. We need to get to 140. I think what we do then is we do actually try out. Oh, we're getting these at tier 4 now. That's interesting. So we're going to try a tier 4. See what happens. It's lower than the pit value that we've just done, and I'm not sure we can survive this. That's up twice as much. And as we can see, we're not killing stuff. We're taking quite a bit of damage. Spine's not going down either. Yeah, this is too hard. Thought as much. We're going to struggle. Yeah, look at that. It's not taking damage. Oh, this is going to be awful. So what we're trying to do is match our damage to the content. Not easy on something that's this large. We are getting overwhelmed here slightly. which I guess is fine. I mean, you can't have it easy all the time, can you? The fact that we're surviving is only because I've prepared the defences on the character to do this. Drain health is not a good idea. God. I'm being stung. Look at the number of hellbones. I mean, all I can really do is stand here and take it. Just try and absorb and mitigate as much damage as possible.
Need more time.
Alright. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with this. I'm not comfortable with this. Wow, we're getting killed.
Need more time.
Need more time. Yeah, that's difficult. It's even getting through our defences. And of course there's more waves. Ooh. Hmm? Wave 6. Wave 6 it is. Oh, this is nasty. Awesome sauce for surviving, just... Increase movement speed, +1 ether. I think we'll put it on the Hellborn. See if we're getting quite a few of those. Movement's getting more difficult. You can see I'm just tanking everything. That's not really ideal. Now we've got some problems. Oh wow. We have to get them down to half damage each. Is really the only viable option. I stopped firing. So what do we get for this? don't think we get Ingolith. Somehow. Well, you never know. We need an awful lot of it. Seriously uncomfortable. We didn't get any. We got a lot of Obdicite. No Ingolith. So we can't use 4s. Huh. So 4s are out. We have to go on to 5s, and I know I can't do them. So, how do you cope with that? I think we just do the pet, is the answer. But it shows the difficulty factor is going to be rather high, which I don't mind. So we need to get to tier 41 in the pet. That's a truthful answer. I mean, we can do tier 41 in the pit, but it's not going to be comfortable at all. So we can't advance using the infernal hordes. Okay. That's interesting. I think we can wait on the rubies. Anything else we can do? We could modify our Paragon board. That's really just tweaking though, that's not really going to give us any kind of advantage. I mean, that kind of tweaking can be left till the end. Oh. All right. And this is what I find interesting about this new endgame. There's this dead spot I knew it was there, so I'm going to put the kettle on whilst we think about it. So can we actually do tier 5s? Yes, is the answer. We can do it. We have a good likelihood of being, well, dying. It would require good play, but it can be done. Bit of a slog though. So instead what we're going to do is use the pit, I think. Is there anything else we could use? No, there isn't, because masterworking can only get... You can only get the materials for masterworking from either the pit or the infernal hordes. And Inglith is tier 5. Infernal hordes. I believe. Until we test it, we don't know. But I think so. Alright. Challenge accepted. Let's make a coffee. So, my conclusion is that by design, the end game, you're supposed to alternate between infernal hordes, and the pit. And you alternate between them because of these dead zones in the infernal hordes. The only way to make progress in the end game is through masterworking. We have to keep that progress growing, going, and growing at the same time. It's the only option you have. So your character development and how you design your character directly affects how this is going to happen for you. And of course I've designed a character on purpose that's average. So on average, this is how it's gonna work. You'll do tier 3 infernal hordes, and then you'll swap to the pit to do tier 31 plus. We'll keep going up actually. We'll go to 33 next. And that's how it's going to work for me. Your mileage may vary. You might be able to skip it, or you might be able to stomach the harsher environments. I prefer being able to kill my opponents. Of course, I've had quite a lot more practice at the pit, so the pit for me is a campsite easier. You can still see it's presenting its own set of problems. But I do think the pit's easier at this stage than the Infernal Horde, so we'll swap to the pit. And this will allow us to keep going. What I have to do is try and keep the vulnerable damage going. Increasing at all times. It's vulnerable damage I need to focus on. That's the only way this character's gonna survive. Getting those explosions. It's working. Like it. So I don't think it matters what you choose to do, I just think you'll encounter a different set of problems to solve. This way, I don't really mind which way I go. What we have to do though is avoid death. Obviously. And it's the bosses that matter in the pit. How long does it take you to kill a boss? Too long. So that was 33. Okay. We've got vulnerable damage on there at 51. That's okay. Right, we have a lot of vulnerable damage on this thing. Well, let's do that thing.
Use it well.
There's power in the stones. Much thanks, friend.
And then we step it up too. And that's how we progress through the pit. We just keep stepping it up. Making it only a little bit more difficult at a time. We're basically doubling the difficulty every time we do this. Yeah, it's starting to show now. Yeah, we're starting to slow down. And it's the speed at which you complete the pit that gives you your efficiency. Now there's a timer, so you can measure it. And you have to keep that timer above 10 minutes. If we can't do that, we can't carry on. I think we can't do it on this one. 4 minutes to complete. And that's why I think the pit is more useful in measuring how strong your character is. It's working now. So I think we're at max. This needs to get quicker. Well, we're not on max, but we're getting close to it. Oh my god. Some of this stuff is getting pretty tricky. What we need is for this to become a walk in the park. $11.29. Yeah, we're literally out of our depth. Oh well. Every now and then we've just got to move. Oh, drops. Thank you. Alright, so we're at our maximum. Okay. What can we master work? Got vulnerable. Normal damage. Okay. And we also got stuffs. What do we get? Life, critical strike chance, frigid finesse is useful. And we got, ooh, what do we get here? Dodge, not overly keen. Dodge is pretty good, but not the best. Life per second, invigorating strike. We'll keep that then. It's got something on it at least.
Much thanks, friend.
And we stay at 35 now. Until we can get that time better. So this marks our boundary, and we have to progress from here. We've found our boundary. We may have to change our aspects, interestingly. I don't think Rain of Arrows is as good now. I think we might be outgrowing it. One of the things we can do whilst we're messing around like this is take breaks from the pit to do our achievements. Which I find interesting. So I don't really want to take too long per run. I think that's obvious. The longer you take, the more inefficient it is. I don't play the game for efficiency, I play it for fun. But they do match up, they do cross over at some point. Fun is being able to complete tasks with challenge. And this is a little bit of a challenge. I mean, there's nothing stopping from doing tier 8. It's just how long do you want it to take? Do you want it to take a full 15 minutes? Or do you want it to take like 3 minutes. But the challenge is there. He wants to take it. This is getting slightly ridiculous. But the combat's getting more fun. I will admit it. Alright, you're trying to kill me, buggers. Let's stop that from happening. Loving it. This is actually quite good. So it's choosing the difficulty level which you have fun at. I think that's the best way of putting this. And that's where the pit has an advantage. Yeah, we're taking a bit of damage. That's okay. You still got the attack off, even though I moved across to the side. Second. Interesting. That guy has a lot of health. I want to go and have... no, wait a minute.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer?
I don't think that's helping much. Just want you to check in here. See what we're doing with the seasonal event stuff.
Well, well.
Oh, we got one. I like this.
I'll give you a fair price for it.
Okay.
Come back if you need the forge.
All right. So, where are we going next? I think I'd like to look at bosses. Hmm. Season journey, 45%, and we're on the last one, huh? Defeat world bosses, okay, that we don't have any control over that. Equip simultaneously, I don't know that. Defeat the fell, tier 6, ooh. Yeah, we've got a long way to go. Andariel. The masterworking we have to complete. I think that's really what we should be focusing on. Juriel. We've got Andariel and Juriel, and we need a rank 8. So that's 6. We'll need 2 more on that. $80. $106. 240. Around about 240. Ingoleth. That's 10. Alright. I get the idea that that might not be the best way around about doing it. Focusing on one item might not be a good idea. Focus on a couple of items maybe. But we need more armor as well. Alright.
I can't do that.
So we're going to stay with 35. I mean, it's becoming easier, and that's the idea. There's like, how can I put it? There's a feeling to it. And when you cross a certain line of ability in your character, it suddenly gets a lot easier. And you're also getting used to the pit level. I'm not sure which is more important, gaining experience as a player or increasing your masterworking. I'm not a fast player, you see, so the timer isn't as good for me as it would be for a fast player. It's just the way it is. I mean, some people can play the game faster than I can. I think most people can play this game faster than I can. Whoops. Wow, walked into that. Oh, dear. Take them at range. That helps. Ran out of monsters. Where are all the bloody monsters? There's some. Okay. Move. Nice. What do we do with the masterworking? Armor. Can't do. Gloves? Yeah, gloves.
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
Keep doing an item by item. Gaining power as we do, by 5% a time. It's only a small increase. It's enough to tip the balance. And that's really what we're trying to do. Couple of our items are wrong. Tell now. Now got to this stage of the game. I'm starting to see the faults in the character. That's okay. Loving it. Really, we've got to what the game's all about. Well, we do have to start talking about the elephant in the room soon. And that's what the top players are showing you versus what you should be doing for yourself. So, top players will show you fantastic characters that can do fantastic things. Problem, they're top players. You're probably not. You're probably like me, Mr. Average. I'll call myself Mr. Average. I'm not a very good player at all. So, designing your character around what the top players can do is usually a bad idea. So they'll run around with like 20,000 health. Why? Because they're not going to get hit. They mitigate damage by not taking it. I can't do that. I mitigate damage by absorbing it. Not by avoiding it. So I lose quite a lot of offense to the defenses I produce. Because it's a trade. You're trading between the two. And that's why I go for a balanced character rather than a DPS character. And if I'm on hardcore, I would probably go a bit more defensive as well. I would edge on that side. Because it's easy to modify this character setup to one way or the other. We may go more DPS, but I don't think I want to risk it. I think this balance is good. It's a choice you have. And a lot of people will say, well, the best defense is offense. It isn't, unfortunately, because you get swarmed. And I tend to just stand there and take it. So if you haven't got the health, you're going to die. Full stop. There's no two ways about it. If you haven't got the offense, it's going to take you too long to kill things, so you get swarmed more and you're going to die. So you can't turtle tank it either. Can't see what's going on. Alright, yep, that's fine. So be careful what you wish for when looking at all of these wonderful builds that they do. They might be wonderful for them, not necessarily for you. Now, because I'm not very good at the game, I built a character that basically is easy to play. In other words, one button, and with options. Movement options, mainly. I wanted a mobile character that when I pressed a button things died. Pretty simple. And I can stand there and tank if I have to. Luckily, the rogue fits that bill. If it didn't, I'd be in trouble. As the rogue is the most tankiest character class of all of them. That's for certain. You can absorb and mitigate an awful lot of health and damage. So why do I need all of this health to survive out here? It's to do exactly what I've just said. To make sure I've got that advantage. The final character will have over 50,000 health. That's for doing like tier 80. +80. I don't think you'll find... The only other character class that would do something like that is probably the Barbarian. Come on, do it. Do it now. Yes, got you. Staggered. And dead. That's what we want to see. Staggered and dead. Perfect. So, how do you design your character? Up to you. $52, huh? Okay.
My hammer sings on your return.
Much thanks, friend.
Not picking up much. It's usable. But we're getting the upgrades, which we also need, because I haven't redone my aspect. All of these upgrades are useful. We can see already that tier 35 is starting to get easier. And we can start pushing it up again now. Well, very soon anyway. Once we get every single item to tier 2. Oh, master working. Nice. How does this part work? Yeah, we're starting to get to normality again. Nice. Effort versus reward. I think that's what this is. I want the most minimal effort for the maximum reward. I think everybody does. And we're getting there. We are now anyway. But already you can see there's a huge difference from when I started doing this tier to now. Things are dying a lot faster. I'm still able to get to you now. Not all the time. And I'm not taking shrines on purpose. I'm also not really that bothered about explodey boys. Let him. I actually feel as though we're progressing now. Good game design. Yeah, I suppose so, but it's still a bit on the slow side. Guess that's fine. How close are we here now? That close. God, it's good being an archer. 24. We do need to get something up to rank 8. We seem to be alright now. So I think we're going to use this power level to get some of these little Ingolith bars together. Just a few. Good old suppression shields, nightmare time for archers. I like this actually. I like it better than last season. I think the difficulty has increased. And that is important. So yeah, the difficulty in the pit has actually increased. It's not just a walk in the park, no matter what you do. There are actually some tactics involved. Ah. The bosses is what I'm talking about. So last season they made bosses easier. This season they've added new mechanics which actually makes them harder. They now have a debuff mechanic. So they do less damage initially, but if you get hit, the damage, they have a debuff damage on what you can, well, you take more damage basically for each debuff. And it's around 33% more damage. So it's a high number. So just having 3 debuffs will take you back to, well, the initial nightmare damage and 1-tap wonders that you used to have. Which this counters. So you're not being 1-tapped. You're not just getting killed. You get a fighting chance. But it also makes them harder because you got to now avoid the debuffs. What was I just saying about this character? I don't dodge much. So for me, the game has been made much harder. Interesting. I don't know if the debuffs start here or not. I don't know if they do. Yeah, there they are. There's 2 of them on me now. Very right hand side. So I'm taking 66% more damage. Get out of that circle. That'll kill me. Certain things will kill you though. long as you're aware of it, you know. Infernal Horde's compass. Whoa. What's going on with my backpacks? Ooh. I'll swap you. Obbles. Alright, well, fair enough. I'm not into the mine cage business. I mean, Helltide's great and everything, but, you know, the idea of using mine cages... I don't think that the Helltide has anything to offer me. Progressive-wise. Trying to think. Are there any drops in the Helltide that I can't get anywhere else? Or that I'm not getting in other places? I don't think there are. Hmm. $60. 2480. I need 80. Unless we start putting everything up to 2s. But you saw on the last boss, it's a bit more of a fight. And that's due to the changes in the mechanics. I like it. I think that's good. Boss fights should be boss fights. Let's sort this armor out. We should be at 9230, we're not. Let's do that. That will be trolleys. There we go. Sorted.
Come, traveler. The stars.
That's where all my armor is stacked on the trouser area. Arrow storms, huh?
I'll keep my forge hot. Return
Is it
soon.
time to look at those? Not sure.
See some steel you need?
Not sure. Alright, so we've got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Okay. I want a break from it though. Okay, max roll. I'm gonna use because I can. Ouch. Welcome to max roll. Who haven't we done? Have we done Varshan? Yes, we have. Seems to be getting a lot of these. That's bad news.
Better than starting from nothing.
Okay. Awkward. Grégoire. Let's have a look at you. Living Steel. We haven't done that. Oh, we have. All of the Penitent, we've done that one. What did that give us? That gave us Shards of Agony. Okay. Lord Zia is Exquisite Blood. That gave us the chains. Okay. Beast in the Ice we did. And then it's Duriel and Andariel. So Duriel, King of Maggots. Ew. Oh, this is one I don't like. Well, I know where that is. I think we go take a look. Level 100. Yeah. Okay. How are we doing for Stygian stones anyway? Because we've been doing the pit. Oh, we're up to 7. Oh, wow. Sell value 1 million. Ooh. We can sell them. Wow, you can sell these? Oh my god. Nice. Didn't know that. There you go. So let's pop over and take a look in here. This is level 100 content, which is below the level of which I am currently playing, so shouldn't need anything. Depending on the difficulty factor, of course. And this, oh, Shards of Agony too, and alright, let's try it out.
Need more time.
Okay. Don't want to do it too much. That's doable. The level 200 version is going to be astronomically hard. So that's that one done. And the last one is Andariel. That's where we get the pincushion dolls and shackles. And that's Hanged Man's Hall. Let's go check this one out. Let's see if there are any difficulties here. I think there might be. Alrighty. And it's 2 of each again. Okay. That's the difficulty. Oh, not too difficult. We can ignore part of the combat. So all of that's doable. So now we have to do those with Stygian stones, don't we?
Wanderer.
Hmm. Okay. Right, let's see what we got. Flicker step. I don't think I want it somehow.
A fine addition to my inventory.
There's an X-Files. The files. Hmm. Okay. So not much to gain by doing those. Hmm. Gun while that's doing that. Right. Rings. Let's look at rings. So rings are very specific on this build. We need something like this. Not necessarily with the resistances though. 13.5%, huh? Poison would be broken. So if we take that off, our resistances go to hell. Alright. Oh, lowest being fire res. That one. That will give us attack speed. Damage. So this is a possible. A possible upgrade. And it gives us a lot of attack speed. Okay. So on offense we need vulnerable damage. That's for certain. which we get. I'm not sure that's an upgrade. It is on the attack speed though. $38.8. 41.6. What can we take here? We took caltrops last time. Shadow step, caltrops, and agility. It's the only one that makes sense.
All right, traveler.
It's what can we do here? We need to get this. How do we get that? Well, it's above resistances. I don't think it's going to be easy to get. Oh, it's changed. Yeah, we're up to 1 million already. It's gonna leave us short, isn't it? Ugh. We would need fire, poison, and all. So fire. Poison. Might not need all. No, cold. We'll do it. We could get 40% on it. We would achieve our goal for the day. And that's going to cost a lot of gold. All right. Oh, we got the fun. Back to where we were. I'm not sure that we had too much success there.
Can I help you?
To be honest. Alrighty, so what do we got here? We have Umbrus, 60%. We have Undying Armor at 1.8. Still at 1.8. Okay. We have Elements at 30, that's okay. Damage reduction for 3.5 seconds out of 7. So might is low. That's at 5.5 now. I will take that. That's an improvement. 4.5. Slow. 2.5 seconds after taking damage. Yeah, that's highest rank. Okay. Oh. Moonrise. 144. That's max rank. Taking it.
Ah, good fortune.
That's
that
now
is.
160. Good. That's never replaced them. Team, that's closer to max.
Oh, you caught a rare one.
8581 on arrows. And 10,000, that's a bit of a difference. So we'll take you. That's wrong. Hasn't been done yet. That should be accursed. She's at 33. That's good. Right, that's great. Rapid is at 23%. 24, okay. Not much of an upgrade there, and adaptability is 90%. This one's harder to count out. So it's at 50%. Yeah, 60 out of 80, that's at 90. Already at 90, so it's the same. Okay, upgrade's done. Is that really an upgrade? That's the problem. Is that really an upgrade? Well, let's find out. Can't tell until you hit the boss. Really. I don't throw away the original item. It feels like it is anyway. Not getting to me. I'd say, yeah, that's an upgrade. Things are dying a damn sight faster now. In fact, they're dying at a reasonable speed. Wow. Have we made progress? Most certainly, yes. Okay. Not progress towards our end goals. It is progress in tiers. Sounds ironic, but it's true. I've actually increased base damage more than I have vulnerable damage. And ironically... Oh, doesn't help me. this feels better. So, boss time. We didn't do our obble. Let's go do our obbles. We're still looking at rings.
Well, hello, shining that well. Hello, shining beauty.
Never mind.
Come, traveler. The stars of sanctuary await.
There's absolutely nothing here I want. I know that without even looking. Okay.
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
Right, so we decided we've improved. So we just increase the tier. We'll find out that I actually only do odd tiers. Oh, for goodness sake. Let me move. Nice. Slightly more difficult than the last tier. With it. But again, not impossible. A little slow. Not impossible. This is actually not bad. I do feel as though we gained quite a bit from our aspects. I mean, the only other option we have is obviously changing our aspect. Is that a viable option? Yes. Am I desperate enough to try that? No. Nice. Fights well. Big beaters, eh? No. That's not the Oh, hell. Not bad. Not bad. Bit struggling on the bosses, I think. Don't have the punch for it.
There's power in the stones. Come have a look.
A bow. With decks. No.
Fine indeed.
What's this? Crown of Lucian. Ooh. Each time you use a skill with a resource cost. Ah.
Shine on, my friend.
Nice
It was
idea,
more
but
than horseshoes
nah.
and nails. What's left, you ask?
Alright. So that's 37. Alright, we'll go to 39 then. The one before we can do Infernal Hordes. So this is literally on the boundaries. Being able to swap back to Infernal Hordes. Interesting. So this starts giving us our first taste of how bad Infernal Hordes is going to be. And it's bad. It's not good. Fair enough. Yeah, they're definitely getting to me. So we already know we're not killing them fast enough. This is happening. And that's no good. I mean, it's okay for the pit. It's no good for what we want. We're going to need quite a lot more damage. Should have been dead. He isn't. Yeah, it's taking too long on these. Definitely 100%. Nice to have the character working now. As intended. I'll give it that. Yeah, it's okay. Let's try the boss. Awful. Move. That's something hitting me. The ads I can ignore. Alrighty.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
$38. So I think we've reached our limit. And it's tier 39. We need tier 41. We've gone from 42,000 to 47,000. We've added 5,000 on attack power. I think we might need 49,000. on this kind of setup. But I'm using this as a gauge. I'm not using it as an actual
Not in town.
number. The actual number is 21,836. So we need over 22 for this style of multiplication damage. I mean, that's fine. Can you get much damage? Yeah, I'm feeling that this bow has to get all the way through too. For it to really happen. Because this started at 9, well, it's up to 991. It has increased, but... So overall, an improvement on the day. That's for certain. Have a look at the real figures. Stupid. Into stupid figures, aren't we? Let's be honest. Yeah, normal damage will do. I don't want to show anything else. It's confusing. Okay. I don't think these will change. Yes, they do. Vulnerable damage. Yes, we have made over 1,000. Attack speed is at 94, that's good. 1,089 is vulnerable. Full damage stacks up to 380. And attack power at 81,000 now. Basically doubles. Damage numbers. About 2/3 of what I need. That's 66% of the way there. Alright. So that tells me everything I need to know. So we're about 66% of the way through the end game. It's not bad, is it, when you think about it? So what we're left with is pinnacle bosses, tier 3. Tier 2 and tier... well, we're in tier 2 now. Tier 3. And that's it, really. I'd say that's progress.
Well struck.
We've got a ring to find, a sword to find, probably, or a dagger. A bow to find. Oh, we haven't been looking at bows.
Praise the Father.
Very nice. It seems you have a bit of magic in
Nothing.
that one.
Anything else?
So we're going to have to find a stupendous bow. That's going to be really difficult. I doubt we'll get one. A ring would be easier. Is this ring okay though? Yeah, it's already at 10.2% attack speed. And it's got Shadow Step on it. It's that damage to distance that's buggering it up. Yeah, that ring needs to change. It's okay. That's fine. It'll do. It'll do for now. So out of a couple of, well, 2 hours 42 play session, that's what we've come up with. Is that any good? Do we extend? I think we finish off the 3 items. And then we need to start focusing in on one item. Probably the bow. Yeah, the bow's giving us most damage. That's fine. I think it's crucial that you plan out how you're going to do your masterworking. I don't really want to take things too far above tier 2 on the basic equipment though. Although it does increase our dex. So my next goal is to finish off a basic set of gear, and we are now very close to that. About 3 runs through the pit should do it. About. Roughly. And then we're on to specific items. I think we have got a good bow though. It's going to be very hard to replace that bow. We'd have to come across something quite amazing. I accidentally crafted it a little too well. Right, I think I know what I'm doing now. I think the first thing to do is put the kettle on. Alright, let's do that then. Let's get the kettle on, have a stretch. So we're in the final stages of preparing for Tier 5 Infernal Hordes. Wow. So to give you an idea, dexterity will probably hit 2000. These statistics probably about 55,000 by the time we're finished. And this vulnerable damage will hit about 1,500. It'll show about 1,400 here. In town. So those are roughly the stats that I know are achievable. If we can get more out of the character, then we'll get some more out of the character. There's very little to be gained now from aspects, unfortunately. We're getting towards the top end of our aspects, which is good. Good. Well, we've obviously got to the top end of our glyphs. We've got a bit to do on the Paragon board, but not a lot. Will boss spawning soon? Fractured Peak. Alright, we'll do that then. Let's make a cup of coffee. So if you're wondering, is this the best way to design your Heartseeker rogue? The answer is no. And we'll see that as we head through the next session. As it starts to change, starts to morph into something a lot better. This is very, very basic building. And it'll look pretty strange, because it looks as though we're going to be losing attack power. And in fact, we're gaining damage. And that's the weird bit about the game. The stats, the attack power stat doesn't really matter too much. A little bit weird. It's because our main focus will change to...
An old Zakaru monument.
The hell's that?
Looks abandoned.
Is this the boss? No, it's a legion. Oops, I'm in the wrong place. Whoops. I've gone to a legion. Who would say? Who would ever think I get confused? My god, they can't catch me. I move too fast. Oh. God, this character's fast. Crazy. Oh, it's Wandering Death. Unfortunately, we've already done it. Good. Now I get me coffee. So yeah, building your character. If you've got a basic build going, stay with it until tier 3. Tier 3 masterworking. At that point, focus it. Build it into its final, build towards your finals at that point. I think that's the key to it all. I think people try and make the final build at tier 1, and that's probably a bad idea. You don't learn as much. You could argue that it would give you an easier time getting to tier 3, but I don't think it does. I don't think it's as fun. It's transferring between 47 and 61. It's 28,000 base damage. That's actually quite high. And this time we kept the rain of arrows, which is interesting. In Season 4, I wouldn't have even looked at Rain of Arrows. When you think that it's doing 10,000 damage and we conduct 28,000 base damage, it really isn't that impressive anymore, is it? But it is capable of killing trash mobs. Not doing much against a boss. To be honest. 10,000 damage versus a boss. Not really doing anything, is it? So I think we should change that. We might need to find something better for it. I mean, if anybody's got any suggestions, I'm quite open to them. Aspects of one of those weird areas which, it's getting the combination right. Quite strange. I think we could find better combinations of aspects. Probably increase our damage by at least another 20%. I noticed on our base damage it was a bit low in parts. We're soloing this, are we? Okay. Oh well. Means the servers are getting quieter. Okay by me. Last time we tried a solo, we just gave up because it was going to take too long. I think we got it through the first stage, did we? Yeah. Oh well. We don't need a tank. We are one. We have very average, mediocre damage. So theoretically it's possible. But what you got to decide is how much time do you want to put into this. Because I've got a feeling they've designed it to be a 20-minute fight. But you see how the first arrow doesn't do enough damage? Just turns it vulnerable. It's the second arrow that's the killer. Oh well, here we go. I guess. Later on, soloing a world boss will not be a problem. But compared to last time, we only have double the damage. And it shows. Yeah, this isn't going anywhere, is it? Resilience. I mean, it's not a case that we're going to be taking a load of damage. It's just... Can't be bothered. Oh well. Not yet. Not ready for it yet. Amount of time to take on that one is way too much. And we don't actually need it anymore. Nice. I could sit there for 20 minutes killing it, but... let's not. It's not designed to be so low content, let's be honest. Why are we not firing? Weird. that seemed to work. Yeah, you can see the damage variation is quite high. Oh, very nice. Stuns. Crowd control. Crowd control's getting heavier. Getting quite a few of these. All tier 4. Okay. Next item. You. Will do. Don't really care what you're doing. 2, 2, 2, 1. One left there. Right, last item. Wow. And then we can focus down on the single item to get to tier 3 area. That's probably the best idea. Start trying to max out the items. I like it though. I like this play style. Trojan. Only a couple of times too often. It works both ways, I guess. So this freeze business is definitely working both ways now. Wow. Okay, finished our gear off. Nice. I'm happy about that.
The finest cuts and
I think that
clarity.
really
Much thanks,
puts us
friend.
at the position where our goals for the day have been met. Maximum resource.
Follow the stars, friend.
We don't use maximum resource. Character.
More there than I
Twos.
thought.
Everything's now at... Okay. So now we focus down on one individual item. So it's 20, 40, 80, 160. So 240. We're getting 24. But it's 10 runs. Lovely. Will that push us through? Probably. These just doesn't matter. I think I'm happy with that. I think that's where we wanted to be. I think we're choosing the bow, because that's where the vulnerable damage is going to be the highest. And we'll push that to the limits of what we can do, and see what happens to the bow. We may have to, like, head on to this. That's rather good. And it's got a good variation. That damage could be increased. By nearly 10%. But we don't have any gold. We need 50 million. All in good time. All in good time. And we've looked at the bosses. We've completed all the bosses. Yeah. I think we're in a good spot. So, in the meantime, thank you for popping by, and take care. But above all, get out there and have some fun.